A Louisville, Kentucky police officer was fired on Tuesday over the fatal shooting of Breonna Taylor. Detective Brett Hankison was one of 3 officers involved in Taylor's death. She was killed in a hail of gunfire when drug investigators burst into her home 3 months ago. Taylor's death returned to prominence after the May 25th death of George Floyd while he was in police custody. Nationwide protests against police brutality and racism have rallied around both of their names. Taylor was a 26-year-old emergency medical technician, and officers entered her apartment bearing a no-knock arrest warrant. In a termination notice, Louisville's police chief wrote Hankison, quote, displayed an extreme indifference to the value of human life when he fired 10 rounds into Taylor's home. The chief also said the gunshots were fired through a door and window that obscured Hankison's line of sight, which prevented him from knowing whether anyone was inside, let alone whether they posed a threat. Some of the rounds Hankison fired flew into the unit next door. Immediately after Taylor's killing, police said her boyfriend Kenneth Walker fired on officers after they knocked on the door, then forced entry. Local media said one officer was struck in the leg before all 3 returned fire. Walker was charged with attempted murder and assault, but the Louisville Courier-Journal said the charges were later dropped. 2 other officers involved remain on administrative reassignment, and no criminal charges have been filed against any of the 3.